gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. So to begin, aloha. Aloha. Great. Aloha e komai, which is aloha and welcome officially to the St. Regis Princeville Resort. Time for evening champagne sabering event where we carry on a tradition for us that is 110 years old and do it daily, enjoy it, love it, and are ready and willing to teach it to you even. So we can share in our tradition, make it your own as well. Okay? This began back in 1904. Colonel John Astor IV. He built the first St. Regis in New York City, entertaining his guests there. Every St. Regis around the world does do the champagne sabering. Some do it once a week. We, of course, with this, do it daily. So, obviously, we'll hope when we saber that we will have another beautiful day tomorrow to enjoy paradise before the storms arrive, right? So, and that there will be much less than anticipated, right? We'll saber good. Make sure it happens. Well, that is one of the reasons why we saber is to kind of bid the day farewell. There's a couple other reasons why we do this tradition and this ritual here at the St. Regis. And one has to do with we want to share with you some of the culture that used to happen here on the North Shore of Kauai. And it used to happen on that pointy little mountain over there, the known kind of Valley High for the musical South Pacific, but its true Hawaiian name, as many of you well know, is Makana. And Makana in English is gift. And it has that name because of the ceremony that used to take place there. It's one of the most sacred ceremonies that they celebrated here on this island, and it was the Owaki ceremony. Now, the Owaki ceremony is the firebrand ceremony, and they would only celebrate this if a li'i, the royalty, came here to visit on the island of Kauai, or if a family member of the islands of li'i graduated from hula school there at the end of the road at K.A. Beach. So they'd have a week-long celebration that would culminate with the Owaki. Now, they cut down two different types of trees to do this. The hau and papala, and the reason they used these trees, they were long and slender, but they were also hollow inside. So once they cut them down, they dried them for about 7 to 8 months in the shade. They became very, very light at that point. And it also allowed them, being hollow, to fill one in with bark that they soaked in kukui nut oil, which of course, right, kukui nut was flammable. They used for fuel and for medicinal purposes. So now they have these charged fire sticks. Well, a chosen kane or man would then take these fire sticks, strap them to his back, climb up Makana, wait till nightfall, light them on fire, and lance them off the edge. Well, the reason they use Makana is because of its shape. It's concave and straight up and down, so those trade winds coming in off the ocean get concentrated, go rushing up the side of Makana, and take those firebrands when they throw them up into the air hundreds or more feet before they begin floating slowly back down to the surface, reaching sometimes up to a mile out into the ocean before they actually make it all the way back there. Now, the rest of the people watching this, some would get in their canoes, the kane trying to show how brave they were, and catch these firebrands as they fell back to the surface. And if they were lucky enough to catch one, they would then show their love and devotion to each other by branding each other with the burning firebrand. So that is the Owaki ceremony. I guess celebrated the last time we know about 160 years ago. So that's one of the historical aspects here. We do have this as our mural inside the bar. If you go back in, you'll see a painting of a sunset from far away, but if you get closer, you'll actually see those firebrands floating through the air. Now, for tradition's sake and to honor those ancient ceremonies, those are the two reasons we saber. The third reason is, kind of ties along with the tradition, is to welcome you the proper way to St. Regis. So we can celebrate with you any of your special occasions and the mere fact of being here on the island of Kauai. Do we have anybody celebrating something they'd like to share with us? Honeymoon or anniversaries? Yes.
Honeymoon.
You have a birthday back over here, this young man. What was that?
Honeymoons.
Got 2 honeymoons right beside each other. Didn't know each other before the trip.
No, we didn't.
Another honeymoon over there.
Another honeymoon and an anniversary. I heard you out. Yeah. How many years is the anniversary? 32. Congratulations. Awesome. Thanks for joining us here with that. Well, let's saber a bottle. Has anybody seen us sabering before? No? A couple of you have? Okay. Most haven't. What happens when you saber a bottle is there's some techniques to it, which I'll be happy to show. I'm not going to bore all of you with that. But what we do is we take the saber, slide it up the side of the bottle on the neck, and when it makes contact here at the bottom, it actually will break off the whole top of the bottle. So the neck cracks, and the whole top with the cork and the glass ring kind of go flying off into space. So that's the fun of sabering. The good news is the champagne you can still drink. Otherwise, why save it, right? What's the point of ruining a bottle of champagne? Now, this skill, I have personally taught people from 10 to 87, so I'm quite confident any of you can learn how, and I'd love to teach you. So just get with me at some point. I'll be more than happy to show you how to do this, okay? So, in your honor, thank you for joining us this evening, and from today and forevermore in Hawaiian. No keia la, mauloa.